What is going on, you guys? How are you? If you don't know me, my name is Carrie. I'm a 20-something-year-old content creator in Chicago, and today I'm coming at you with a podcast format, life update, all of that stuff. I am going to lay out the scene for you. I'm currently laying in my bed, looking at the view. You might hear Luna's little toes walking around the apartment. That's okay because this is my life. If you don't know me, this life update might be kind of weird. I welcome you to join, hop on board, and join the craziness that is my life. I'm going to do no edits in this. This is going to be just me kind of almost rambling on, letting you guys knowing what is happening and going on. So let's just get into it, Luna. I'm going to need you to get on board and stop walking around. All right, so we are going to start with why I'm doing this. I had filmed like a life update, like get ready with me. It was like a formal kind of sit down video. I had to get ready for the day, so I thought I'd turn my camera on and talk to you guys. But it just, I don't know, it didn't feel, I just kept rambling on. It just didn't feel right for me to put out. That's why I haven't put out a video in a while. So I came up with the idea of just kind of doing a podcast like format for you guys. And here we go. So we're going to start with my job status. I feel like that is something I've kind of left hanging for you guys. If you guys follow me on Instagram, TikTok, any of that, you've seen what's kind of happening. So I wanted to update you guys on that. So I quit my corporate job back in August, and before you even get into it, I know I'm a complete idiot for quitting a steady job in August with a great income, benefits, all of that. But I quit the job going to a job that I truly believed was my dream job. I was extremely excited, and to be honest, I was ready to get rid of my full-time job. It just wasn't working out. It just wasn't it for me. So I quit that job and I went into this new position. I was promised a lot of things. It started off great. Schedule was very flexible. I almost didn't feel like I had a job because it was truly what I wanted to do. And I knew it would look good on my resume, whatever. I'm blabbling. So I quit that job and it started off great, like I just said. There were a few issues, and I'm just going to be very, very honest and transparent. I just wasn't getting enough hours. Like, it was very inconsistent. The job owner clearly was not ready to take on an employee. It was a mess. It was a mess. I honestly, again, we're being transparent. It was hard for me to pay my bills. It was that inconsistent. To the point where I would come home for lunch to let my dog out, and I would be told that we are done for the day because he has to meet his family for lunch. Like, you literally just cut my day in half with zero explanation. Like, it was a mess. It was a mess. So I told myself I was going to stick it out. Again, we're in a pandemic. Like, I made my decision. I just got to fucking stick it out. So fast forward to Thanksgiving. We had a Black Wednesday sale. So that Tuesday before, I worked super, super long hours. I think I ended up working, 11 hours that day. I was there till like 9 p.m. And then I thought we were done. So the next day was Wednesday. I went in, and then Thursday was Thanksgiving, and then Friday is Black Friday, obviously. I was told to have a good weekend, and so I enjoyed my Thanksgiving, and then on Black Friday, I woke up to I woke up to a phone call. I mess this story up every single time. I woke up to a phone call, and I didn't answer because I was at my boyfriend's house. And just to give like kind of context, I live in River North, very, very close to where I worked, and my boyfriend lives across the border in Indiana. I know, it's like not the most convenient thing in the world, but it's literally like 40 minutes away. Like, it's not the end of the world. People always like gasp and can't believe that I'm dating someone that's not in the city, but that's just how it is. So I got a phone call. I didn't answer because my boyfriend was sleeping because I was at his house because I spent Thanksgiving with his family. And I didn't answer, and I texted him back and said, like, hey, what's up? Sorry, I was in the shower. Like, I just came up with a bullshit excuse because, like, I didn't want to hop on the phone with him right then and there. And he was like, come into work ASAP. Now, keep in mind, I thought I was on break. I was told to have a good weekend. And I'm not the type of person to like, I am the type of person to like own up to my mistakes. So I flat out said, like, hey, I'm going to be real with you. Like, I didn't think I was working today. Like, you told me have a good weekend. It wasn't made clear that I was working. So I'm in Indiana, but I can be there within the hour. So I was literally getting out of bed, getting ready to go into work, and he told me, forget it. And you could just tell, you can tell whenever people are mad. So I texted him back and I said, okay, I'm like totally cool on coming, so let me know if you change your mind or get overwhelmed or whatever. Like, this is my job. I need to be in it. And again, I admitted I was wrong. I let him know the truth. I didn't think I was working, but I will drop what I'm doing and be there. So then after he got mad, I kind of left it in his court saying like, hey, let me know if you get overwhelmed. Like, I'll come in. So you're just not doing everything on your own. Hold on. I got to clear my throat. Hold up. Okay. Sorry. We're back. So then later that Friday, he didn't say anything back to that text message. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So later that day, I like go on Instagram and I switch to the business profile to see if I could like do anything while I'm off. And I was logged out. And I was like, that's fucking weird. But like Instagram weirdly had been having issues. Like I got logged out. Some of my friends got logged out. It was a weird, I don't know what Instagram was doing. So I like, part of me was just like, okay, that's kind of weird. But then the other part is like, like in your gut when something's not going right, and it's just something is gonna go wrong. So I remember I texted my cousin, who's my best friend. Hi Maggie, how are you, lover? And I told her, I said, I'm not gonna have a job by the end of the weekend. Like, I can just feel it. But at the same time, like, I'm very, very paranoid, side note, and I overthink everything. Like, ask my boyfriend, it's the most annoying thing of life, but that's just how I am. So she was just like, Carrie, you're overthinking it, like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's Friday. Saturday, nothing happens. Sunday, I am getting my hair braided by Erica. Hi, Erica, if you're listening. I love you. And I receive my weekly payment. And he just sends it, like, out of the blue. This is at, like, 4 o'clock on a Sunday. Keep in mind, I have to go to work the next day. Like, I'm scheduled to work. So I texted him back, and I said, thank you so much. And then this is where, like, that text went viral that I said, like, he sent me a text saying, like, hi, Carrie, I've paid you X amount, which I blurred out on everything. I always blurred it out before I, like, posted it on social media. Just because I was like, I don't need people knowing my business. And then he just said he's decided to move in a different direction and wishes me the best of luck. So to kind of like put you guys where I'm at, immediately people are like, how are you not so angry? And I think I was more in shock. And like, to be honest, it was like, it was extremely embarrassing, right? Because like, I've never been fired from a job, and I have worked since I was 14 years old. Like, no joke, on summers when I was 14 years old, in 8th grade, I worked at a daycare. Like, I've always worked. So it's been 10 years of me consistently having a job. In college, I used to work 60 to 70 hours a week on top of college. Like, I hate to even like sound like the biggest asshole, but like, I fucking hustle. Like, my parents do not pay for shit for me. Like, I hustle. Do they give me money occasionally? Sure, I can admit that they do. Do I have a little bit of an advantage? I'm sure I do. They bought me a car. They paid for my college. Like, but at the same time, that is never taken away from me working my fucking ass off. I will outwork every single person in that room. Like, that's just who I am. So I felt super embarrassed because I had never been let go of a job. But also, I just felt disrespected because I had left, again, my steady corporate job to go and work for this job. And the fact that he fired me on a Sunday evening in December during a pandemic with zero reason, explanation, anything over a text message, and you think you have the ability to run a successful company is so ridiculous to me. Like, it was just probably one of the biggest slaps in the face because if I fucked up on Friday, I admitted that I fucked up, and you can then and there tell me as my boss that you're upset and that I did something wrong and to never do it again. Give me a slap on the wrist. I would have been cool with that. I admitted that I was wrong. I admitted that. But when you emotionally react to something, that's more on you than it is on me. So that's what happened on Sunday. Then fast forward, I made a TikTok about it. Again, I am one to admit my mistakes. Is this the most professional thing ever? Absolutely not. But at the same time, I was making light of a really bad situation. I thought it would be funny to make light of the situation again. I don't know how else to explain it. So I made a TikTok, and then a few days later I get a text message from my old boss telling me I'm the most unprofessional person he's ever met. You fired me over text message, but sure, okay. And I then blocked his number because I didn't respond. I didn't want this to be a thing. This is where I might get into, no, I'm good. So I kept it up because I was like, I never said the person's name. Again, to this day, I've never said the person's name. I've never said the business's name. I've never said any of that. I've deleted everything that connects me to the business. If you were a normal person and I asked you, hey, where do I work? And you were able to sift through my social media, you would never guess because I'm not an idiot. And this is where it goes real left. I get an email from his lawyer. Actually, let me correct that. His dad's lawyer telling me to take the video down or they will, I don't know how he worded it. It was worded very matter of fact. I'm above you, all this shit. I don't want to make it about race, but like very old white man, like, blah, 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 you're an idiot. Like, I did not like the tone of the email at all. But yeah, it was an email threatening me that they would take legal action for defamation. My good friend helped me write an email back. And basically I said, get out of my face. You and I both know I didn't do anything wrong and don't ever contact me again. I literally put, don't ever contact me again at the end of my email. Didn't hear anything back because, again, I didn't do anything wrong. And I knew I didn't, but like, again, my issue is, okay, you fired me. Okay, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. Leave me alone. Why are you trying to come after me legally when your whole brand is putting people on blast and posting screenshots and embarrassing people? Like, it's not fun. And if I did something that makes you look shitty, I didn't edit or alter those text messages. That was a legitimate text message that I got on my personal phone. If you don't want things to get out there, send them in an email with a confidentiality notice at the bottom. That's all I'm saying. And it doesn't end there. Like, it's truly never ending. So that all happened. Then fast forward now, everyone's like, okay, apply for unemployment. I probably shouldn't be putting all my business out there like that, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it, girl. Cause like, we're all in hard times. So now I get approved for unemployment. Now he's fighting me for unemployment. So I don't know what is going on. You can't get a hold of the office. There's just, the only way to get a hold, I don't want to bore people with like details, but the only way to get a hold of unemployment is to go on a callback list. And people have been on this list for weeks, you guys. Like, I've been on the list for 2 weeks, but I was approved for my unemployment over a month ago and I haven't seen a dime. So again, you fire me, you harass me, and now you're trying to not let me get my money that I'm entitled to because you fired me in a pandemic. It's ridiculous. Okay, I feel like I'm so over talking about this, but that leads me to my next point of why I'm leaving Chicago. This is a huge reason. I don't even think I've like officially said on Instagram why I'm leaving or that I am leaving, but yes, I am moving out of Chicago as early as next week. Today is the 3rd. I could be moving as early as like the 9th or the 7th. I think maybe the 7th or 8th. I don't know. At the end of the week, whatever that Friday is. Because A, I have not gotten any sort of paycheck in over a month. And B, my lease was already ending in my apartment. So either I like re-signed my lease here, which I actually really wanted to do, or I'd have to move. And like moving with no job and no like proof of income is just like, I'm not going to get approved for anything. So I have made the tough and very humbling decision to move home. So my birthday is at the end of January. So I'm hoping I can like be in the city for my birthday in January. But I am celebrating my 25th birthday and I will be living in my parents' basement, which I like always make jokes about. And I am like, I mean, I'm definitely sad. Like, Chicago has been my home and it has brought me so many opportunities and I've met so many cool people and I'm so connected to the city and it's like weirdly emotional. Like, I never thought I would actually be emotional leaving the city, but like it has just, Chicago's been my dream and I feel like I like really identified as a person that lived in Chicago. So it is very emotional. But I think also it's kind of like it's time for me to go. I think I've kind of outgrown the city. So I'm moving home, and I want to preface this section by saying I am totally aware with the privilege that comes with me explaining what my situation is about to be. I understand I am extremely fucking lucky, and I don't take that for granted. I remind myself of that every single day. Like, I really do. But my parents have a beautiful house in central Illinois, so I am moving there. It sounds really depressing to say I'm moving into the basement, but I have my own room, I have my own bathroom, there's a living room and a kitchen. And this house is like maybe 5 years old. Like, it's a very, very new house. It's a large home. So we're not going to be like on each other's toes. Like, literally my living area in the basement is going to be bigger than any apartment I've ever lived in. So yeah, I will be there. Hopefully my unemployment, I need everybody to put good energy out there. Hopefully that gets approved and we can get this mess sorted out. So then my plan is to live at home, still apply for jobs. Hopefully my unemployment will start to trickle in. So then that'll kind of be able to set me up to do things like pay off my debt and raise my credit score and like do all of the adulting things that I need to do to kind of set myself up for whatever the next chapter is. So again, I realize there's a lot of privilege in me being able to move home and kind of take a breath. So I don't want that to go unnoticed, but that is my plan. Is it what I ever in a million years thought I would be doing? Absolutely not. But this is our reality. Hold on, my like heater just kicked on. I feel like it's so loud. Okay, we're back. So that is my plan. Hopefully, again, it would be very, very nice to kind of get that like unemployment back pay, considering I legitimately have not had a job in a while. So we'll see. But that is my plan. I'm just going to kind of take it as an opportunity for me to like really work on myself and figure out what I want to do, start a business, do all of the good things. that I need to do to make myself successful for my next steps. Ooh, child, I need a drink. Hold up. Okay. So, a lot of people are asking, what are your next steps, Carrie? Are you coming back to Chicago? Um, and the answer is I don't know, which is also exciting and scary and like makes my stomach hurt to think about it. But I don't know. I'm not totally set on coming back to Chicago. I think it would be ideal for me to. I have like a few like companies that are on the top of my list for where I want to work, and a lot of them are working from home throughout 2021. So if I am able to get a job that's I can work remotely and stay at my parents' and not have to worry about bills, that would obviously be ideal. um, but yeah, I don't know. Like I've always wanted to move to New York. That's always been my dream. Columbus is in the list. I'm not totally set on Chicago, which is exciting and really scary, and I just have all the feelings about it. But where was I gonna go with that? I had like something. Shit, we were talking about working from home. Oh my god, I literally forgot. And like to kind of tie into that, I just feel like because people are like, how long are you gonna stay at home? I am just so over like paying a lot of money for rent. Like, I think I'm just to the age where I'm so over just blowing money on rent because again, let's just be for real. My rent right now is $1,700 plus my parking is $250. That's $2,000 before anything else. Like that's before groceries, that's before electric, that's before my phone. But like that's crazy that I am just throwing away $24,000 a year just on like living. That's wild to me. So I just feel like I'm to a point in my life that I never even thought I would get to where I'm just like, yeah, I don't really feel like paying a shit ton of fucking money for rent, which is hilarious that I want to end up in New York, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, that's why I just want to kind of like live this next chapter up at my parents' house, which again is not ideal and not fun, but the good totally outweighs the bad. And if you guys don't know, my mom and I are obsessed with each other. I think we call each other like 5 times a day. I'm so excited to hang out with my mom all the time. Okay. I think that covered all of the moving. And no, everybody always asks me, are you nervous that you and your boyfriend are going to be long distance? No. We're going to live 2 hours away. It's going to be fine. We're fine. Neither of us are worried about it. So that's good. Okay, so I think you guys are like all caught up in my crazy, crazy life. So let's talk about the new year. I hope everyone had a great new year. I hope everyone stayed in, didn't go to Miami. If you guys missed it, I just had a huge rant on my Instagram about people in Miami on New Year's. And it's, y'all, the amount of people that are traveling for COVID, like, you read the room. That's all I'm going to say about that, because I could just go on a very long rant about that. But it is a new year. I know everyone is like, or not everyone, I know some people are like against setting resolutions. I'm very much the opposite. I totally believe in resolutions and manifestation. Like that is just what I love. So of course I had to set resolutions and manifest. I kind of want to do like a whole other, like if you guys like these podcasty formats, like let me know. But I kind of want to do like a whole separate thing on manifestation because people have been like in my DMs asking about it, and I'm such a big believer in manifestation. So I did make a vision board for 2021. I do every year. And so I thought it would be a good idea to talk about because I feel like a lot of people are like nervous and like hesitant, but I think like one of the ways I stay super positive, which is so funny that everybody I meet is like, you are one of the most positive people ever. I used to be one of the most negative people ever. Like people would be like, oh shit, here comes Carrie. Like, she's super negative. But like now I try to stay super positive and happy about everything, because I think it truly changes how the universe, you get what you put out into the universe, right? So I'm constantly trying to put out good vibes and energy and all of that stuff, because I believe that the life that I live now is because I've been doing that for so long, right? Like, I feel like I'm going to go down a deep rabbit hole and I'm going to try not to. For example, I remember coming to, I lived in River North. If you guys don't know, Chicago, River North is just a little bit west of Michigan Avenue. I'm like less than a 10-minute walk from Michigan Avenue. But River North is very upscale, has the very expensive restaurants, very expensive clubs. It's very successful young people that love to go out. It's one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Chicago, and I always aspired to live in this neighborhood. So I remember I would be driving around the city and I would be in River North and I would look up at apartments and say, I want to live there. Even more specifically, this is going to sound wild, you guys, but I swear to you it's true. I live across the street from the Portillos. I love that I can tell you guys this now that I'm not here anymore. But I lived across the street from Portillos, and I remember it was my ex-boyfriend at the time, but we were looking at apartments, and I swear, you guys, I looked at the exact building that I lived in. I remember saying out loud to him, I want to live in a building like that one day. I'm going to live in a building like that one day. And you guys, it sounds wild, but this is why I believe in it. I now live in this building in River North, and I worked a finance job, which is what I out loud said years ago. Like, people think I'm crazy, but like even Drake just like came out in an interview and said that he would drive around the neighborhood he lives in now and say, I'm going to live in this neighborhood one day. And now he does. So it's just like, I don't know, manifestation and like all of that. Vision boards is just what I heavily, heavily believe in. So I did put one together for 2021, and I like really encourage you guys to like, if you want me to talk about manifestation and vision boards and all of that, I am more than happy to do it. But like, if you guys, it sounds so cheesy and like fucking Disney Channel, but like if you truly believe that something can happen, like it will happen. Like the fact that I was 19 years old in a Portillo's drive-through pointing at a beautiful apartment building in River North saying, I'm gonna live there one day. Y'all, I live here by myself now. Like, I'm leaving because I'm too broke to live here, but I had enough money to live here at one point. So yeah, resolutions. I like would love people to just kind of not lose hope and just stay positive and continue to put those out, because it's the best. And I think that is about it. Plans for 2021 are still obviously up in the air. If you guys want like another kind of podcast format, I could like maybe even do these like once a month and keep you guys updated. I'm like out of breath. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you guys in and be just super honest and let you guys know every single thing that is happening. I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe. Please, please, please stay home. I'm currently quarantined in a less than 500 square foot apartment. Guys, if I can do it, you guys can do it. We all just have to do our part. I get putting your life on hold is not ideal. I think we can all agree we'd love to be on the beach in Mexico sipping a margarita. Okay, sorry guys. My boyfriend called me to show his new shoes. But I think I was talking about COVID. But yeah, like it's really not that hard to stay home. Like I think we can all agree it sucks. But I posted a rant on Instagram, and the amount of people that have either said that they've lost someone due to COVID, and it's like super triggering to see people just traveling and not caring. Like it's crazy. And I have not been perfect throughout the pandemic. Like, I wasn't in the beginning. I think I took it very seriously, and then I kind of wasn't taking it as seriously. But now I'm kind of back to like, oh wow, like this is not looking good. And I haven't seen my family. I didn't see my family for Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's or any of that. So I think we all just kind of need to do our part, and kind of work together instead of you thinking that just rules don't apply to you. Um, so that's just kind of my COVID rant. Everybody just stay home. If you guys like need things to do, I am more than happy to like put something together for you guys because again, I'm quarantined in a 470 square foot apartment and I seem to be doing just fine. Um, so yeah, that is, I think, it. Again, if you guys want me to do more of these kind of like life updates, podcasty version, just kind of hanging out with me, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for a great 2020. We are almost to 400 subs on here, which is super exciting. And I'm super excited to make more content. And yes, I will be making content continuously from my parents. I have a really, really great setup there. Um, and I have a lot of fun ideas. So I am ready to go. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you did make it this far, I apologize for me rambling. I am not a professional podcaster, as we all know, as I am talking into the voice memo app. But make sure you guys follow me on Instagram for updates. Follow my TikTok, carrie.hill. And I will talk to you guys next week. Deuces.